Higher gas prices this summer won't prevent families from getting behind the wheel. Nearly two-thirds of people planning vacations this summer will drive to their destinations. Trends show that smaller cities have a resurgence as Americans like to stay close to home and enjoy unique urban experiences.
Well, Priceline is watching those trends very closely. Founded in 1998, it's one of the original online travel agencies. 1.5 million people visit the site every single day to look for deals on flights, hotels, rental cars, and cruises. CEO Keller is here as his company celebrates its 20th anniversary. Wow. It's his first network interview since he became CEO back in 2016. Good morning, Mr. Keller. Welcome to the table.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So I have heard from reliable sources that you've been at the company 19 out of 20 years. True?
True, yes.
What was your first job there?
My first job was in marketing. I came in to help run our email marketing and help develop some of the product experiences on the website.
So when you started, did you say one day I'm going to run this place, and 20 years later, 19 years later, here you are?
Absolutely not. I had no idea I'd end up where I was today.
But 20 years, you're still very relevant. How is that? Priceline.
Yeah, well, Priceline's had to evolve. This is a very competitive industry. Travel has, it's a $1 trillion worldwide industry. And Priceline's had to evolve its products. We've had to become more mobile friendly. With the launch of the iPhone in 2008, it really changed how consumers book travel.
How has that in the 19 years you've been there? Give us what it was like at the beginning when people were probably like, what? How do I, And to now where it becomes second nature in the way people travel.
Sure. Back in 1998, when the website first launched, it would literally take you 45 minutes to go through the process of booking an airline ticket. And back then, we were really a travel disruptor with our Name Your Own Price service. And you would come in, you'd name your own price, and it would take you an hour to get your answer to see if you really got your ticket. Today consumers can pick up a phone, fire up the Priceline app, and book a hotel within a matter of seconds. It's really significantly changed.
And now you have peer-to-peer rentals, obviously Airbnb. How do you compete in this new environment where you're sort of the dinosaur?
We like to think that we have a lot of history and experience in booking travel. Travel is a very complex system. And over the years, we have accumulated a really broad set of inventory around hotels. Today, we have over 1.5 million hotels on our platform. And you can not only book hotels on Priceline, now you can book things like condos, apartments, B&Bs, and other really interesting properties. And we still deliver the type of savings we did in 1998. And in travel, that's the most important deciding factor when it comes to booking.
Today Twitter is one of the latest companies that's having issues with passwords. When people are giving their information to you, how do you make sure that it's protected?
Well, we do our very best to use the most modern technology to protect our consumers' data. And of course, to be careful about who has access to that data to make sure that it's protected. I mean, that's one of the #1 things that we talk about all the way up to our boards.
What are the top destinations? What are you seeing?
Well, this year in particular, we're seeing an interesting rise in some urban locations, specifically in Detroit and Cleveland.
In Detroit?
Yes, those are very fast-growing markets.
Why do you think that is, Detroit and Cleveland?
I think they're going through a bit of a renaissance. They've got a lot of really interesting urban culture happening there, a lot of new restaurants, breweries, night scenes. And I know that Detroit was named the most exciting city in America just a couple of months ago by the New York Times, and people are certainly demonstrating that by their travel trends.
Well, people in Detroit will be glad to hear that.
Have you seen people changing the way they go on vacation? In other words, do they want to just go somewhere, sit down, and just forget it all, or do they want to be active, go see these fascinating new things in all these cities?
Yeah, absolutely. 20 years ago, a typical trip is you fly out on the same airline, you fly back on the same airline, you stay for 4 or 5 days at the same hotel. People don't travel that way anymore. Today, people want to fly to a destination, maybe stay with their friends for a couple of days, drive down the coast, book a hotel at the last minute. And the mobile applications have enabled people to do that. And we're developing at Priceline more flexible packaging systems that allow you to build those kinds of trips to really facilitate that type of travel.
Another gem. I was going to say another gem of a city in the country is New Orleans, and you're seeing a real big increase in bookings, 150% increase right from Memorial Day weekend. What's going on, and why haven't we booked yet, guys?
New Orleans is a great market, and at that time of year, the weather's nice. There's so many great places to eat.
The food is so good.
Yes.
And a lot of really nice boutique hotels to stay in.
And how has William Shatner helped the company? Because whenever I think of Priceline, I really do think about William Shatner.
Well, you are no different than the rest of America.
Oh, that's
We
good.
run surveys. We ask, what do you think of when you think of Priceline? Travel, deals, and William Shatner. He's been integral to the brand. He was with the company before it even launched in 1998. He's been with us as a spokesperson that entire time. and really has been the face of Priceline.
So he's surpassed you even, and you've been there for 19 years.
Yeah,
Brent?
absolutely has. He's endless.
And he's offering presents, I hear, coming up.
Yeah,
New
this
campaign coming.
over the next 20 days, we're launching the biggest sale in the history of Priceline to commemorate our 20-year anniversary, and our hope is to save Americans $50 million over the next 20 days.
Well, America, thank
Good
you.
news.
Thank you.